Get to Spencer.
Yeah.
If you ever checked your bank account and wondered where did all your money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. When I moved out, I realized just how much I was spending on food delivery, and now that I use Monarch, I budget smarter and save more. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONNFL at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's Monarch Money, code LOCKEDONNFL for half off your first year.
So with most of the people that go to cover Summer League, you know, Jason and Joe Varden and guys like that, they are not going to really watch Summer League. They're going to hang out and party. But I feel like Spencer Davies.
Are you saying that Jason parties?
Yeah, unlike them, I think Spencer's there
no
to take care of business. He's actually going to work. Let's find out if that's true. Or maybe Spencer's just going to Vegas to party too. Is that true, Spencer? Or do I have you wrong?
You know what? Why not kill two birds with one stone, right? Okay, wow. I'm not going to just go there for the business. I obviously bring the party side too, but hey, you know, it's all about balance, right?
I guess I had higher hopes for you, Spencer. I thought you were all business. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
He thought you was in the cafeteria eating club sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're in Vegas. You got to party in Vegas sometimes.
No, you don't. If I went to Vegas,
yeah,
I'd be there for assignment. That's it.
All right, Tyvis.
Yeah.
No excitement with you. All right, Spencer. None of us watched the Cavs Summer League game yesterday, even though Tyvis said he was going to watch it.
I forgot.
You forgot about the game.
I totally forgot.
So tell us about it, because we didn't do our job. So go ahead and school us up.
Basically, an offensive firepower game. I think that you saw a lot of good stuff out of NaeQwan Tomlin, a two-way contract guy who's going to be auditioning, hopefully for a roster spot on this team coming up in training camp. You saw a lot of good stuff from Jaylon Tyson, who had a lot of on-ball reps because Craig Porter Jr. got hurt early in the game. So Jaylon Tyson ended up taking a lot of the mantle as far as those point guard handling abilities. Ended up with 12 dimes, had 4 turnovers and some costly ones late in the game. But for about 3/4 of the game, he looked really comfortable. His jump shot looked good. And then you obviously had some other guys like Norchad Omier, who had 17 and 9, did a good job on the glass, and for the most part, offensively, pretty good on the roll. A little bit slow-footed defensively, but getting his feet wet. Tyrese Proctor, want to see a little bit more from him. He was obviously able to make his jump shots, but the handles did not look quite as good as you might have thought. So there's stuff to work on, and hopefully we'll see what happens with Craig Porter Jr. It was a hamstring injury on his left leg, and from who I talked to, they're just kind of in wait-and-see mode. The Cavs do not play today. They resume action tomorrow against the Bucks, so we'll see if he ends up going. They are not too happy about that, but it seems like it's pretty much questionable for Craig, and that the whole situation just kind of sucks because this was his opportunity to show what he's capable of as far as on the floor, but also off the floor, being a communicator, being a leader, and he said it himself. He wanted to be the Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland as far as who to look to for advice and who to look to for instruction. So hopefully, at least in practice, he'll be able to do some things. But in that shorter period of time, Craig Porter Jr. did look good. He had a couple of nice jumpers fall through. So we will see what happens tomorrow.
You know, Jaylon Tyson last year, when I watched him in Summer League, they gave him the ball a lot and made him facilitate and push the ball. Do you think that could be a role that he plays in the season coming off the bench at any point? Or do you think that they will keep him minimum and just, rebound and, let him just hit some couple of threes every now and again?
I do not think that they're going to have him bring the ball up a ton. I think that in pinches he will be able to facilitate and be that point man, but he's more or less going to be your hustle guy. They want him to focus on his offensive awareness, which I think he did a terrific job yesterday for the most part, again, until the end of the game where the Cavs let one slip twice, actually. The jumper looked really good and really crisp. He looked like he belonged out there, as he should, because he is an NBA caliber player and he's going against Summer League guys. But the irony about all this was this game was basically reminiscent of what happened on April 13th. The same guys were playing too. It was Jaylon Tyson and Nae'Qwan Tomlin, and on the other side, Quentin Jackson, Ray J. Davis, Enrique Freeman, our Akron Zips friend down the road. Those guys were all just in that same situation. And Jaylon Tyson takes a lot of things hard on himself. He played really solid yesterday, but when it mattered most, over dribbling, getting into crowds, and then eventually decision making just wasn't on par in those last 2 minutes because they had a 9-point lead. And then early in the fourth quarter, they had a 13-point lead. So they got to figure out, and he's got to figure out how to close out games the right way. And I think through this trial, through this fire, that he's going to be able to find it, because that's what happens when you get this kind of experience. And the reps at Las Vegas is those situations come into play that you might not have gotten last year.
Well, let me get to this, because we talked about people having an issue with ball handling. They got Lonzo Ball. Obviously, Darius Garland is going to be out for some time. And the way the Cavs do it, I don't think they're going to rush him back when you got a team who has had some injury issues in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to risk Darius Garland coming back that early and kind of messing things up. So that leaves Lonzo Ball, who has not played a bunch of games. I believe it's 70-some games he played in 5 years or something, McNuggets used to tell us. Is he going to be the starting point guard at the beginning of the season? And what does his minutes look like in terms of how much they're going to use him, or are they going to try to kind of, keep some tread on his tires too?
That's a great question. I think this is going to be a by-committee approach. Depends on who Kenny Atkinson likes throughout training camp. The leader in the clubhouse probably would be Lonzo Ball, but we have seen Craig Porter Jr. start in pinches, as we did his rookie year when Darius Garland was hurt and Donovan Mitchell was hurt. He stepped into the lineup. He had a really solid week and a half, 2-week stretch where he was the guy. And I think, unfortunately for Craig, with this hamstring injury now, I don't know if he's going to be able to audition too much in Summer League, but I think that you saw it in the NBA that Craig is able to at least be that fill-in for a time being. You don't want him to start 82 games for you right now, but if you want to have him come in for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks to do it, I think he's more than capable of it. Offensively, I think he gets to his spots, he plays at his own pace, and he doesn't turn the ball over. Defensively, he'll probably be hunted a little bit because he's on the smaller side, but what he makes up for it is rebounding and his just kind of basketball IQ. I feel the same way about Lonzo. Lonzo will be able to get the ball up the floor really well. I love those three-quarters court passes. He has feeds that fit through tight windows. His jump shot is okay. It's a little bit kind of on the iffy side, but I think that he makes up for that with his defense and his IQ and ability to read the game before it happens. So those two, we'll see if Tyrese Proctor fits into the mix with Darius Garland being out that first, 8 to 10 games, whatever it is, with the toe injury. And then we just talked about Jaylon Tyson in Summer League. I see him being able to fill into a pinch too, like I said, bringing the ball up every once in a while. So it's not going to be just one person that replaces Darius Garland in that backcourt rotation. It's going to be, a combination of 3-4 guys. Sam Merrill you could even include in there too. And it's going to force the hand of Evan Mobley to be able to make the way that they want him to.
Spencer, do you think the Cavs are done making significant moves, or could a Jarrett Allen trade still be in the works at some point here in the offseason?
I'm never going to say never, but it feels like certainly they addressed the margins, and Kobe Altman said so in his press release for when they acquired Lonzo Ball and Larry Nance Jr. to make those moves on the edges. I know a lot of people are, kind of clamoring to see Evan Mobley take that next step and play that starting five. I don't think it would be a bad idea for the Cavs if they were to bring Jarrett Allen off the bench or something like that, even just to get his usage up, because eventually Evan's going to just usurp J.A. And J.A.'s usage has gone down over the last year or two. And that's when, he's been relegated kind of into a set screens, be a hustle guy, defend the rim, and that's it. You're only going to, get so many touches. Evan Mobley's the one that's going to be leading the charge here. He's spreading the floor. He's shooting the three now. He's attacking off closeouts. So You're not able to do as much as Evan offensively, so you've got to be the one to kind of sacrifice. I think Jarrett could be really good as a super sub off the bench, it's especially because they don't have too many bigs to depend on. I know Larry Nance Jr. just got brought in, and I think if he stays healthy, that's a really good tool for Kenny Atkinson to have as a playmaker, as a hustle guy. He loves those tip-ins. He loves those tip-backs. Defensively, also very savvy with his hands. But I think that, you can play Larry with either Evan or Jarrett, and that works both ways. And with Jarrett, I think if you get him in the second unit, that you'd be able to work with him in pick and roll situations. You'd be able to get him a little bit more touches in the paint. And maybe he'd be around that, 20 to 25 minute area. That would be really good for him because Evan's been, for the most part, closing out games. And he's the future at the 5 there. So I don't think there's any reason to wait, especially if he's showing those signs of growth, which he has in spurts. And, you see him out in LA, he's working on his handle, working on his post game and pushing the ball and playmaking, and you saw it in spurts so many times. I see so many flashes of Giannis Antetokounmpo when he gets the board and just sprints down the floor and takes it coast to coast. I think he has that in him. The half-court game, it's going to need some work. It's going to need some time to get him comfortable in those situations, but I think they're going to throw him into the fire. Kenny Atkinson just said it on the broadcast yesterday that he sees him being an MVP candidate in 2 to 3 years. So if that's not the organization saying, hey, it's your time now, I don't know what is.
Spencer, let me take you back to the summer league games. Nae'Qwan Tomlin obviously had 30 points. He was 12 of 15, so he shot very efficient from the field. What does a guy like that need to do so we could see him at some point on the roster for the regular season?
Repeat those performances, man. Be consistent about it. He did a really good job in the G League. I think a lot of people see 6'9" and they assume he's a big, but he's not. He's like a wing. And he showed you so many different parts of his skill set yesterday, whether it was the high screen and roll with Jaylon Tyson. They were playing buddy ball there for a while in that game. I think he showcased he's able to stretch the floor out, shoot the 3, he had 3 triples. I think that he's able to do a lot of similar looking things to, I don't want to put this on him either, but his body type and his game kind of reminds me of Pascal. I don't know. And he's able to he's got very broad shoulders, and he's able to use that to get kind of leverage inside. And he had a lot of close range looks, a couple of second chance point opportunities, but it's just kind of the 3-level scoring that he showed yesterday that I don't think a lot of people thought he had in his bag. He was able to stretch the floor. He was able to knock down a couple of ones in that in-between area, those push shots. And he's able to drive and attack, get to the basket. The one thing yesterday, and this goes for the entire Cavs team, that they need to really work on is that they fouled the heck out of the Pacers. Tomlin had 9 fouls. Tyson had 7 fouls. There were a couple other guys with 5. It's within the summer league rules. It is.
Hold on. Drop this again. They had 9. Hold on. What's the setup? Is this Euro ball? What's this?
When do you foul out?
Summer league lets you get away with something, man. I don't know. They give you 10 fouls per player, so they use them. They certainly use them.
What? And he had 9. Oh, he was pushing it.
Hey, he was doing way too much.
He was trying to see what he could get away with.
You fouled out twice, bro.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, Spencer, you drop Giannis's name.
Siakam.
Man,
we're going to the finals.
Let's go.
We're going to the finals.
Hey, you know what? Evan's got a lot of potential, guys. He's a once-in-a-lifetime type of prospect, I think. He's really got it going for him. It's nothing to scoff at to make second-team All-NBA in your 4th season and you're 24 years old. That's nothing to scoff at. Yeah. And you win DPOY. I mean, he's got all the potential in the world. And you saw it, again, in spurts. You just got to see that consistency.
All right. Hey, listen, I know Jason and Mikey feels similar to you when it comes to him. We'll see. Spencer, we appreciate the time, man. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you.
No problem, gentlemen.
All right, Spencer Davies, of course, covering the Cavs in summer league.
He dropped two.
We got Giannis and Siakam.
At the 3 and the 4, you got Giannis and Siakam.
I never heard of this guy, Nae'Qwan. Have you ever heard of him before?
I saw him play a little bit last year,
yeah.
but if he want to keep pulling up like that, I guess.
Boy had 30.
Hey, here's, you know, so crazy is Evan Mobley's season actually underrated. So if you go back and look at it, right? Take LeBron, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody else has had a year. He's had the second best year behind LeBron of any Cav ever.
What are you talking about?
Watch this. Watch this. This kind of nuts. Watch this. Was he second team All NBA?
I think so.
He said second team. So if you second team All NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, and first team All Defense, and an All Star, who had a better year than that?
Donovan Mitchell this year.
But in terms of an award, Donovan Mitchell was
first team All.
Oh, he was first team and an All Star, but he didn't win the defense.
And he got MVP votes.
He was what, fourth, fifth?
But think about it. Second team All NBA.
It was impressive.
Then you defensive player, and then first team All Defense and an All Star.
Come on, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving don't have that. He don't have that resume.
Damn.
Does anybody? What's going on, Anthony? Does anybody else have that? You know, Ant can't look that up that quick.
No.
I wasn't even listening.
He was like, hey, bro, you ain't got that. You got capabilities
to
off
the deep end. Here.
No, I mean,
he's talking about accolades.
I'm talking about accolades.
Okay, I hear you.
I'll
take almost every season that Kyrie had here.
Yeah, he's talking about like award-wise.
Yeah, award. Now, by the way, I had to go back, and this is, I got a little short that I'm doing. I had to go back and remind myself. So I've been doing these things right now in the barbershop. I'm like, listen, I got to remind myself how good these dudes be. And I went back.
It's nice to know that those episodes air. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, they're there.
Kyrie Irving at his best is better than any player on the Cavs. True or false?
Kyrie Irving at his best is better
than Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
Oh.
I believe that.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you go back and watch his highlights,
Kyrie Irving at his best is better than Donovan Mitchell.
Tough call.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Kyrie at his best.
Not by a lot.
Kyrie at his best is one of the best basketball players I've ever seen in my life.
When you talk about it, you go back and you ask LeBron James, Kevin Durant just said it the other day. Carmelo Anthony said it. He is probably one of the most gifted scorers
ever.
And he's a rim finisher.
Yeah.
He could do everything. He's the best dribbler ever. He could shoot 40% for the three. He shoot almost 90 from the free throw line. He can get anywhere he wants to on the court, this way, and he's finishing those.
I think Kyrie's the second best Cav of all time.
Well, here, we can get back to this because I'm going to put a poll in the YouTube chat.
Actually,
so we can
you're wrong. It's the Drew Augustus.
Stop.
Y'all be disrespecting.
The chat's going crazy.
We love Big
the chat going crazy?
Yeah, so I'm going to put a poll in, and we're going to talk to our guest about some Guardian stuff, and then we can get back to this.
Now, I would say Donovan has played at his best more often than Kyrie because Kyrie's been hurt a lot more. You could argue that. We'll see when their careers are over.
They're close, but Kyrie.
Yeah, I would go very close.
Close.
I'm taking Kyrie. I'm with you.